Welcome class 2 students. I am your Rambha ma'am. Today all of you read the chapter 2.
Chapter 2. The Sweetest Thing. Warm yourself up. Salt is a mineral found in nature. The biggest sources of salt are our seas and oceans. We use salt in our food. When added in balanced quantity, salt gives good taste to our food. But when there is more or no salt, the food becomes tasteless. In this story, you will read about how the guests refused to eat the food cooked without salt, which was served to them. Of course, it has ultimately been proved that salt is the sweetest thing on earth. Once upon a time, there was a man who had 2 daughters. One day, he called them to him and said, "What is the sweetest thing in the world?" "Sugar," said the elder daughter. "Salt," said the younger daughter. The father was very angry with his younger daughter. He said to her, "I won't keep in my house a daughter who believes that salt is the sweetest thing in the world. You must leave my house at once and find another home." So the younger daughter left her father's house. She wandered through the forests, suffering much hunger and cold. One day, she was walking through the forests and listening to the songs of the birds. Just then, a prince came hunting for a deer. When he saw her, he at once fell in love with her. The prince took her to the palace and married her. A grand feast was given on this happy day. On this feast, the bride's father was also invited. But he did not know that the bride was his own daughter. Now, at the wish of the bride, all the dishes were prepared without salt. When the guests began to eat, they found that the food was tasteless. None of them was ready to touch the food. After a few moments, one of the guests said, "There is no salt in the food." Then all of them repeated the same words, and the bride's father spoke the loudest of all. "Truly, salt is the sweetest thing in the world," he said loudly. "Though, for saying so, I turn my daughter out of my house and shall never see her face again." Then the bride made herself known to her father and fell on his neck and kissed him. How happy the father was to meet his daughter again!